London. What's up, world? Man, oh man. Did y'all watch that game last night, man? Did y'all watch Alabama Crimson Tide? We're going to call little motherfucker the Alabama Crimson Tide right now. Did y'all watch that game last night? It was a good-ass game if you were an Alabama fan. You know, I like Ohio State, too. Ohio State is a good team. I'm always up in Columbus. I love Ohio State. Hey, but I'm from Alabama. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I'm from the Gump. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up watching goddamn Alabama football. I grew up watching. Hey, I watched Bear Bryant last motherfucking game. I watched his last game against Illinois in Memphis at Liberty. I think it was the Liberty Bowl or some shit at that stadium, that weird looking stadium that used to look like the old Tampa football stadium before they built Raymond James. So, you know what I'm saying? I watched all them guys from Bobby Humphrey to Ricky Moore to Saran Stacy to Gene Jelks to Cornelius Bennett to Dwayne Rudd to Sam Shade to Antonio Langham to George T. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't start watching when Nick Saban got there. I remember all the motherfuckers from Ray Perkins, okay, Bear Bryant, Gene Stallings, okay? Do you remember Mike DeBose? Do you remember Mike Shula? Do you remember when they went out to UCLA to play them for the first game of the year and they got their ass whooped? You know what I'm saying? So I've been watching Alabama football for a long goddamn time, man. Do you remember Dennis Franchione? Huh? Do you remember he supposedly took the kids and the recruits to the strip club and got some strippers and shit? And he wound up getting fired, or he quit before they fired him, and they took his bobbleheads down there and they were taking golf clubs and hitting them motherfuckers. Do you guys remember that shit? If you really watch Alabama football, you will remember that shit. And I've been watching this shit for a long time, man. For a long time. I've been watching Alabama football probably since, goddamn, Ricky Moore was there in 1983, 1982. So I've been watching Alabama football probably since 1982, 1983. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching Auburn football too. You know what I'm saying? All them people from Pat Dye to Lawyer Tillman to Darrell Electron Williams. You understand what I'm saying? To James Joseph, you know, to Beanhead back there running the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? To James Brooks, man. To Bo Jackson, Reggie Slack. You dig what I'm saying? You can't tell me shit about Alabama or Auburn football, because I've been watching that shit. I remember when Mike Shula was the motherfucking quarterback at Alabama. I'm going to take it back even further. I remember when Alabama and them used to have white motherfucking helmets with a red stripe going down it and red letters on it. And they came out with white helmets, red letters, not red letters, but red numbers on both sides and a red stripe going down the middle. White jerseys, white pants, man. I remember that shit. So I try to tell people, man, I live in Kentucky. I live in Louisville, Kentucky. So I try to tell them, you know, just as crazy as you guys are about basketball, we're crazy like that about football. And down there, it is God, guns, and football. Or you could flip that shit around. Football, God, and guns. You understand what I'm saying? So when it come to football, man, you can't tell me shit about motherfucker. You can't tell me shit about motherfucking football. I done had a goddamn football scholarship. Shit, my son had motherfucking football scholarship. Ships and shit. So, you know, I'm a football head, man. I just don't get on here and talk about football because there's more important things in the world to talk about than football and sports. You dig what I'm saying? When I get on here, I want to talk about something that has happened in my day or throughout my day. Excuse me, I'm about to spit on you. Or something that I have seen during the day. You know, so I never really get on here and chime in about football, chime in about sports or anything like that, man, because, you know, at the end of the day, it isn't putting no money in my pocket or it isn't taking any money out of my pocket. But I love to go to the games. I go to Louisville games, okay? I went to Ohio State games. But I've been to Louisville games, I've been to Ohio State games, but I've never been to an Alabama football game. I've never been to an Alabama football game, but I've been to an Auburn football game before. and stuff, man. So, but Alabama is my team. It has always been my team. Back in the day, they used to say that Alabama was the white school and Auburn was the black school. Alabama they would have the best team, but Auburn would have the best players. So, to each his own, potato, tomato, man. But, it was a good game. Roll Tide roll. To all my Roll Tide fans, man. Roll Tide roll, man. And just to see from what Sam Bam Cunningham and them came from USC, Southern Cal, to come to, Birmingham and run through motherfucking Alabama back in the day, to make them change their whole format, to make Bear Bryant go to George Wallace and say, hey, man, we got to get some black players, else we would never, ever, ever fucking win a national championship again. Not playing against guys like that. And I think that was good. Bear Bryant was so strategic that he, called his friend up and got them to come across the world. Well, not come across the world, but come across the United States to come over there and kick their ass. Bear Bryant probably knew that they was going to lose. But he needed to show the governor and the state and the white people that, hey, we can't do this shit alone. These motherfucking black dudes, these goddamn niggas is motherfucking, they some dogs. They fast, they big, they strong, they everything that we thought that they would be and even more, man. And I tell them, when my son was, when he was playing football and shit, man, I would take him down to Atlanta to the Under Armour camp, to the Nike camp, take him up to Cincinnati. Man, we'll go to Ball States. I made sure to get him out of this area just to take him so he could have that exposure, just to take him so he could use the other players as a measuring stick and stuff like that, man. So, it's good to get your kids out of the area, to get them out of their comfort zone, to go take them, let them go get their ass kicked somewhere. If they're into sports, you got to get your ass kicked so you can learn how to win. Okay, so you can learn what to do when shit start going bad and stuff, man. And I just like that. And I tell everybody that. I say, look, man, if you sit back and look at college football now, it's 11 players on the team. 9 of them are black. It's 11 players. Did you watch Alabama last night? Look at Alabama offense. Alabama offense, it's 11 players. 7 were black at one point in time, and then 8 were black. Look at Alabama defense. Guess what? All 11 was motherfucker black. So I try to tell people, man, I'm not being racist. I'm a realist. And I tell people this all the time. If you are not playing football with black guys, you ain't playing football. If you are not playing basketball with black guys, if you ever go to the country and it's all white football, that ain't real football. If you go to a private school and it is, say like here, they have Trinity here in Louisville. Trinity probably gonna get the best players that money can buy, but none of them guys have ever made it to the league. But you have Central that's downtown where Muhammad Ali went to school at. Guess what? Central has 3 dudes that have went on to the league in that school. Ballard has 3 dudes that have went on to the league in that school in football. But Trinity doesn't have none. They go and they poach players from the West End, from Newburgh and all that shit, and they get them to come play at Trinity, so they can have a good team and they could beat everybody. But just like I told them, I say, man, look at Hoover. Hoover played against IMG. Hoover played against what I want to say American Heritage. Hoover go out and play teams. Trinity, they don't do that shit here. They might go and play Moeller out of Cincinnati. They may go and play St. X, but they're not trying to go and play motherfucking IMG. They ain't trying to go play American Heritage. They ain't trying to go play motherfucking Don Bosco. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to get that ass beat. And I tell them that, I say, y'all got all this goddamn money, but y'all don't want to go and play them other guys, man, that's on your level. Hoover is a public school, and they playing IMG and all this shit, man. So, like I say, man, You know, the realest thing that you could be is real to yourself and real to your kids. And it's cold hard facts, man. You may not want to recognize it, but you got to be real with these kids. You got to tell them, hey, man, if you ain't playing football with 80% black kids, you ain't playing football. If you ain't playing basketball with blacks, you ain't playing basketball. Because I'm here to tell you something. It's something about them kids, man. My kids, and you know, we live in the suburbs, so they don't have that inner city grit. But just like I tell them kids in the inner city, man, them kids are tougher, man, mentally and physically. It's probably on the one goddamn TV in the house, and they mama is watching it. They mama sitting their ass outside. Man, we was moving somebody like last year, and we rode up through the projects. It was 3 inches of snow on the ground, you know, and kids were outside playing goddamn football in fucking 3 inches of snow in the projects. And I'm like, now all these other soft-ass kids from the goddamn suburbs, these motherfuckers, they are probably inside playing the goddamn game. Probably inside wrapped up in their house robe, drinking hot cocoa and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Them motherfucking kids from the hood, they outside developing character, developing grit. They outside socializing. They outside playing, man. And that's what I try to tell everybody, man. You know, your kid, man, kids so goddamn soft these days, man. You know, my youngest son is softer than my oldest son, man. That motherfucker probably ain't even fell out of a tree and knocked the wind out of his goddamn self. He don't have no scratches, scars on his legs or nothing. But my oldest son, man, that motherfucker used to be out there getting it, man. Getting it. And when I mean getting it. In the 9th grade, he was a freshman in the 9th grade. He ran 11.1 in the 100 as a freshman in the 9th grade with a messed up hip. Now, my youngest son, that motherfucker ain't gonna run nowhere. Maybe to the bathroom, to the kitchen, you know. And it's just like kids are different, man. Kids are different. They are more into video games and likes and shit like that. But when I was coming up, you know, we were into sports, man. You know, down there in Alabama, just like I tell kids, you know, up here, we used to play street football from motherfucking pole to pole, sideline bus. If you get close to that grass, that's your ass. We gonna motherfucker hit your ass, knock you in the grass, clothesline you, what the fuck ever, man. We used to play bus. Be around about 12 or 13 motherfuckers out there, throw the ball up, one motherfucker catch it. He got around about 11, 12 motherfuckers trying to goddamn tackle him and shit, man. You understand what I'm saying? Kids don't do that shit no more. That's like some rugby shit too, man. But that's the shit that we did in the neighborhood. That's how we had fun. That's how we entertained ourselves. Now these goddamn kids, they want you to entertain them. Like, man, you better get the fuck out of here and leave me alone. I've been at goddamn work all motherfucking day and shit. You better get the fuck up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll do something tomorrow. I'm gonna cut it off early tomorrow and we'll come and, you know, motherfucking go hang out, go do something. We'll go do what you want to do. And then we're going to do what I want to do. Just to make it fair. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't sit in front of no game, play no goddamn video games. I used to. I used to be on them motherfucking games like a motherfucker. But I can't do that shit now. I be on that money like a motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just it, man. I wanted to step in and holler at all my Roll Tide fans and holler at all my, you know, Buckeye fans, man. Hell, I love them both. But I'm just from Alabama, and I love Alabama, and I've been watching Alabama since fucking 82, man. So, you know, that's just probably shit 85. You want to be honest? No, I'm gonna go with 85 or like 83. Yeah. I've been watching motherfucker for that goddamn long. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sports head, but I don't get on here, like I said, and talk about sports, man. I might get another channel and we talk about motherfucking sports, because I got a whole lot of people, man, that only thing we do is jaw jack about goddamn sports and shit, man. You know, and stuff like that, man. From boxing to football to basketball to motherfucking Olympics and track, man. We do it all, man. We do it all, man. But I just want to tell y'all, pundit, hey, look, y'all be good, be safe, man, and have a good one. Later.